What's going on, everyone? My name is Chris. Welcome back to Fallout 76 tutorial part 2. So in the first part we were exploring the vault. I was showing you guys about the balloons. I did restart the game again. I did shoot all the balloons, but nothing happened. So there was a big bummer, but I found something else which was pretty cool. So when you're just getting started, when you first go out of your room, check out the right side. There are mailboxes. You can actually interact with those mailboxes. Have their purpose at this stage, I don't know. I will definitely investigate and come back to you guys. So the first thing, when going out of the vault, there are two options: go left or go right down the stairs to find your way to the overseer's camp. That's pretty much the first quest in the game. So find the overseer's camp is the first quest you have to complete. So here you can see next to the body there's already a note, and at this stage I can just tell you, go straight to the camp. It is really important that you not wander off, that you not just try to go somewhere else first. Go to the camp, try to follow her footsteps as quick as possible, because that's kind of already an in-game tutorial for you to see what you can do, what you can build, which workbenches you can use, and which things you can build. So that said, you saw me picking up a note, which I didn't really do on purpose, because I think it's already related to a different quest. You're making your way to the overseer's camp. You will come across a lot of enemies. As you can see right now, there are some Tix robots, or some smaller robots, whatever you want to call them. I'm trying to dodge as many enemies as possible, because, as I said, overseer's camp, the first quest, is kind of already a start for a tutorial, which kind of takes a bit longer as usual. But because you can go from place to place, it's actually not too bad. Quest-wise, as I already said in one of my earlier videos, it's a lot of jumping around, and when placing down your survival tent, be smart about it. Also be smart about placing your base camp at the beginning. At the beginning, when you don't have so many plans, when you don't have so many different things to build, all you need is 4 walls, a roof, and some stuff inside, maybe some workbenches. If you build your base rather in the middle of the map, it gives you a good starting location pretty much throughout the game. So that's what I'm gonna do in this game. I'm trying to place it as good as possible in the middle of the map, just so I can use it as a good starting point. Regarding the building part, we're gonna look into that a little bit later in the video, but not too much into detail. As I said at the beginning, 4 walls and a roof is plenty sufficient to play the game. Later on, of course, everyone wants to build, or most of you wants to build as well, so did I. I also will give you some good locations where you have some good good starting point for a good camp. When going through the map, I'm not gonna call it wasteland anymore, because obviously it's not a wasteland. Well, parts of it anyways. So when you go through the map, you will come across a lot of things to pick up. One thing, as you can see, is wood. Logs of wood. It can be broken up trees, or as it just said, just logs. It looks like a log. And you also come across flowers, which you can combine with boiled water. You can make teas and fruit juices. So when you come across things like this, and it's anyways on your path, just pick it up. The wood you can use for build, especially good at the beginning. And as I said, the flowers and fruits and sometimes vegetables you can pick up, you can cook and use for supplies, food, drinks. So keep that in mind. And also, as you just saw an opossum, there are also squirrels, there are also chickens, and something, I think the little rats, no, I think the rats, they attack you. But anyways, there are some creatures which won't attack you. Chicken won't attack you. The opossum so far didn't attack me yet. So there are some creatures which pretty much leave you alone, and I don't know why, but if something leaves me alone, I'm not gonna go after it. There's no point wasting ammo on something which is not attacking you. Obviously, yeah, of course, cows won't attack you either. Be careful the deers though. Those are big assholes. They're gonna fuck you up and you don't even know it. It happened to me a few times that I ran through the map and then all of a sudden I died because I got stabbed from behind from a doe. So a deer, really. So be careful with those. I think there's a moose as well. So be careful. Also here, when you walk through the map, be smart about it. Always pick up things, even though sometimes you have already loaded too much. I'd rather go a little bit slower and have more stuff than miss out when you need it, when you build something. So, and as I already said at the beginning of the video, also go a little bit into detail of building. Just the four walls and the roof, that's enough for the beginning. Here you can see me actually going out, finding a good location as well. That's why I'm looking always around, and I'm not sure if you can hear the clicking sound. When you press the RB button and you go into the special optics frame, when you can log on to enemies and actually shoot them on a frozen screen, that's also a good thing to locate enemies you don't see. So when you go through the map, constantly try to press the button if you're in an unknown area, because it will locate enemies for you. So some surprises won't happen that way. For example, when you stumble upon a group of ghouls, that way you can locate them, that way you can either go around them or attack them. Always be smart when playing Fallout. There are the little details, that's why I'm saying always keep an eye out for the details. And after a few minutes of walking, you finally reach the Overseer's camp. As you can see, it's straight ahead. It's indicated with those little yellow markers. Here, those are the Overseer's boxes. They will always have some supplies for you in it. This is a special location because it's the Overseer's camp. As you can see, it's the same as our camp. And pretty much when you reach the Overseer's camp and you open the box, the next quest opens. Build or produce one piece of armor. Here you can see, because I've already purchased, or I've got some free items as well. Here you can see I can build those items I've got from the store. Some of them are free. I think I've got all of them for free. I only purchased the repair basic toolkit. I'm gonna go in that a little bit later as well, but because of that I can already build those items here as well on my second character. So when you purchase things, you can then make a different character and build the same things with the second character or the third. So here, because I've already got 2 guns, I'm just building a throwing knife that's fully enough, which was the second quest. And here you just saw me pick up one of the blueprints. Let's call them blueprints. When you pick up one of the blueprints, you can go then in your Pip-Boy and read it, which gives you the knowledge of building whatever blueprint you picked up. So here on a cooking station, as you can see, because we picked up the fruits and some water before, we can combine them now into either the fruit juice or just some flavored tea, which always gives you some health and which always keeps you hydrated, which is also an important thing in Fallout 76. You can run out of food, you can run out of drink, so always keep that in mind. Eat and drink constantly. When you have too much stuff loaded, when you already started to walk slow, you obviously use more. When you have some diseases or some illnesses, some diseases will take more food, some will take more drinks, some take it to together. So always keep that in mind. Keep some good rations on your at all the time. You never know in which trouble you're gonna get yourself into. I'm pretty much just going around looking for a good location. I was actually thinking going to a mechanic which is close by, where you can actually build inside the building. So you can use the already building, or there's already a building there, and you can use that building to build inside, around, on top, whatever you want. I think that's a pretty good location, since structures which already standing can't be damaged. So when you have already a building and you are able to build inside that building, for example, there's only one exit to that building, then all you got to do is get sure that one exit is secure. Other than that, you'll be good to go. So always keep that in mind when you choose a location. I built a location on top of something. I think it was a red rocket or some diner. I built it on top because of the reason that none of the outer walls can be damaged. Sure, if another player is coming and shooting at it, he can, but NPCs, they wouldn't just randomly shoot at walls. So that's a good thing. So finally reached a high top area where we can actually build on top. As you can see, you place the device and then press and hold select, which opens the menu. And in the menu you can see you have several options to build from. Here, those are the foundations and the floors, as you can see. And at the moment, you won't, when you start out, you won't have a big variety, but you can purchase some. Also, you can find some blueprints for building as well. So, and just to let you know, if you guys need any blueprints for anything, I still have a huge stockpile of already used blueprints, which I've like collected doubled, and I'm happy to give it to anyone who needs them. So let me know if you need any. Put the thoughts in the comments. If you know anyone, let me know. I'm always giving out free stuff, especially in Fallout 76. Every week, every weekend when I stream, I collect some stuff, and every weekend I'm giving away free things. Last time I had a guy asking me for, I think, 1,000 units of steel and 1,000 units of wood, which I had loads of, so I had no problems giving him to him. So, and here you can see, as I said, the standard building requires 4 walls and a roof, a door, and of course the workbenches. So here you can see, once you have foundations, you can start building walls. You need to have a foundation to build the wall. At the moment it's just wood foundations, but as I said, for the beginning it's all you need. So here you can see I'm placing the last foundation before I'm getting started with the walls. And it's not like in Fallout 4. In Fallout 4 you had some difficulties placing some items, and take that times 20, I'd say. That's the difficulty of sometimes placing the items and connecting them. You have to know the right way. There are 2 sides on walls. For example, when you build up high, you cannot go further out as you build the bottom walls. You can build a railing, you can build like some balcony, but that's about it. So always keep that in mind as well. But those are the things you will see yourself. Here, a door. Also keep in mind, when you build a door, you can put a lock on it, which makes it difficult. For example, when you play online, for other players, they have to lockpick it first. If they don't have enough skills for it, they won't be able to get in at all, so they have to destroy it. So here you can see I'm almost running out of wood. That's why I'm saying pick everything up. Everything you can find, pick up. And before you go out and go crazy with selling and buying, get sure you have a nice stockpile of junk and supplies. Supplies, I mean wood, steel, things like this. Once you have enough from this, you can go out and sell and go into the selling part, which I'm not a big fan of. But yeah, that's not a big story. I've already posted that in previous videos. But yeah, that's I think that's a good strategy to go with. Because when you're in the middle of building, it sucks when you run out and then go back. So that's why I'm saying, when you pick up weapons and stuff, try to scrape it down rather than selling it at the beginning. You wouldn't get lots anyways. Also with the roofs, here you can see I'm trying to get the corner roof, but unfortunately, because it is not enabled yet, I'm not able to build it yet. And so we're just left with a simple roof. I tried to build it a little bit higher so you can have like lamps and stuff, but at the beginning we are not going with the fancy stuff, so that's okay with that. And here you can see also what I mean with not always able to place it right away. It's a bit tricky to place things like a roof or like walls. It has to be green, and sometimes even if it's green, it still won't let you place it. So I hope this gonna change in the next few updates. Really hope that's gonna change, because from a building part of perspective, that's big pain in the butt. So once we placed all the roofs, we can go to the interior. Also includes the door, and I'm gonna show you how it works with the lock in a little bit. Here I just noticed that no matter what I'm doing, I can't find the roof, so I'm just gonna put a random roof on it and leave it like that for now. But as I said, we're gonna going back to the building part later on when we have enough supplies, when we even picked up some blueprints in order to build metal walls or even concrete walls, which is always better, because as we all know, concrete holds better than wood, and the damage will be less. Here you can see, because I purchased in the store some other doors, I would be able to place them if I had the walls, but because I don't have the walls, I'm left with the normal wooden door. And here is how it works. Here you can see on LT you press, and then you can place the different strength of your lock. And this will also cost supplies. I think it's some gears and some steel. Also, those are things you should first collect a lot of. At the beginning, when I really started building my main base, I've had from each unit, I think from each I had at least 1k, just to be sure I have everything I need. Here you can see you have different strengths of the lock. Once you place the lock, it's secure, and no other players can actually get in besides picking it. Here, that's the cooking station. I know open fire inside isn't a smart idea, but because it can't burn, it doesn't matter, and I think it kind of looks cool. So here you can see I'm just trying to get a few main things together. Also the bed. As you all know, when you sleep, it regenerates your health, and it gives you a little boost. I think it's called well rested something. Here, that's my bed. I also purchased it in the Vortex store or in the Fallout store. But to show you guys, I just have the normal bed, which would be available for everyone who didn't purchase the bed at the beginning. For beds as well, you can get different blueprints for it. As I already mentioned, the blueprints you can pick up randomly somewhere on the map, or you go to a proper vendor. That's most of the vendors are through the train tracks, and there are different train stations. Now you can see I have dropped the storage box, and also when you purchased your your solo session, your private server, you will have the ability to have your own junk box. It's bigger and it only stores all the junk, including steel, wood, and so on. So, since we are getting to the end of the video, we finished building the first attempt of a base. Thanks everyone for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. I'm gonna release it hopefully tomorrow. Just want to keep you up to date. It's gonna be, as I said, about the building. So thanks everyone.